Hello, hi, my name is Mas from NaMasYoga. I'm a yoga teacher and I have a selection of yoga exercise that I am going to provide for compound fitness. I hope you enjoy it and namaste. Let's come down to a nice comfortable seating position. You may sitting down on a cushion or a blanket. You have your legs crossed or in front of you. See what you find comfortable. Whether your legs in front of you comfortable or crossing legs are comfortable. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, your back nice and straight, your tailbone tucked under, and then just rest your hands on your knees. And then bring yourself to the present moment. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Be present and then take the time just for you. This is the time for you to do yoga with me in your own time, in your own space. When you're ready, take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. Another big inhale and a big exhale. On your next inhale, take a nice deep inhale. Maybe you want to sigh out. Another big inhale and a big exhale and sigh. One more, follow your own breath. Inhale and a big sigh. When you're ready, bring your arms up. Maybe you have your eyes slightly open, lowly gaze, or maybe still you have your eyes closed. Bring your hands up to the sky, maybe keeping your shoulder away from your ears. Keeping your hands here. Your hands may be just in front of you, or maybe slightly higher. But always remember to keep your shoulder away from your ears. Have a nice inhale and exhale here. Keeping your posture right, your back nice and steady, shoulder away from your ears. Just have a nice inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, have a nice inhale. And as you exhale, just put your hands down to the mat, your right hand to the mat, and your left hand pointing towards the sky. And give yourself a nice stretch on your left side of your body. Have a nice inhale and an exhale. A nice lovely inhale, fill your lungs with air. And an exhale. Slowly bring your hands back up to the center, keeping your shoulders still away from your ears. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Another big inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, take a nice deep inhale and then lean towards your left side. Put your hands down on the mat, lift your hands up to the ceiling, and then just give your right side of your body a nice stretch. Have a nice big inhale and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and a big exhale. On your next inhale, bring your hands back to the center, keeping your shoulders still away from your ears. Again, have a nice inhale and exhale here. Regulating your breath. Another inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, and this time as you exhale, turn your body towards the right side and lower your hands down to the mat. Bring your chest up to the sky as you inhale, and then as you exhale, just twist your body deeper towards the back, and then just gaze towards the back of the room. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale and a nice exhale. Another big inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bring your hands back to the center. Again, remember putting your shoulder away from your ears. Have another nice inhale and exhale here. Keeping in mind, taking a nice slow inhale and a slow exhale. Take a big deep inhale, and then as you exhale, turn towards your left side of your body and then put your hands down slowly. Take a nice deep inhale, lifting up your chest to the sky. Exhale, turning back, twisting deeper, and then gaze towards the back of the room. Have a nice inhale and an exhale. Inhale and an exhale. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Bring your hands back to the center, lifting it up to the sky, shoulder away from your ear. Lower your hands down, and this time interlace your hands behind your back. As you inhale, lifting up your chest towards the sky, and then move your hands away from your back. Have a nice deep inhale and an exhale. Inhale and an exhale. Another one, nice deep inhale and an exhale. Release your arms. Bring your hands up to the sky, shoulder away from your ears. Have a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your body down from the hip. And then plant your palms on the floor. If this is where you are, stay where you are here. If you could push yourself further away from the mat, just bring yourself, take a nice deep inhale, and an exhale, walk your fingers away from the mat. Another deep inhale, and exhale, walk yourself away from the mat. And another deep inhale and exhale. And if this is where you are, just stay where you are here, and then just relax yourself to the floor. Maybe just lower your head. Your head may touch the floor, or your head may just dangle, and that's fine. Just give your head a nice shake and nod yes or no, and then just stay here. Take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, as you inhale, walk your hands back to seated position. And just relax. Take the moment to stay where you are as you have finished your warm-up session. Okay, on this session, I just want to do another warm-up with our wrists to get us ready for our next step of our yoga practice. So if you bring your hands like so, and then we're just going to wriggle our wrist nice and slowly. And maybe wriggle our hands on the other way. You may be a bit confused which way you're going, but it doesn't matter. Just wriggle your wrist, warming your wrist up. And maybe just let go of your hands and then just do wrist roll, elbow roll, and then a shoulder roll. Once you're on kneeling position, I want you to just put your palm as flat as possible on your mat. So all your palm needs to be on your mat. Your fingers pointing to the top of the mat. So let's stay here for a while and then just see how it feels with your hands being on the mat. So hands shoulder width apart and then your palm flat on the mat. And when you're ready, just slightly lean towards your hands and then maybe rock forward and backward. Just bear in mind to be kind to yourself, be kind to your own wrist. Don't hurt yourself. See what's comfortable for you. There's no need to press too hard. Just nice slow rocking forward and backward. And then bring your palms towards against each other, towards the other way. And then see how this is feel for you. Making sure your palms flat on the mat. And just rock from side to side. And then see how this is feel for you. Nice and slowly. And this time, bring your palm facing your knees. And then see how this is comfortable for you, how this feels for you. You may have your palm like so, and that is absolutely fine. But just see how it is. Making sure the palm flat on the mat. And from here, just slowly rocking forward and backward. Be kind to your wrist. There's no need to press too hard here. And then bring your hands facing each other. Again, palm flat on the mat. And then just rock from side to side. There you go, that's your wrist warmers finish. And then now we're going to tabletop. So put your hands and your knees down on the mat. Your hands shoulder width distance and then your knees hip width distance. Hands under your shoulders and knees under your hip. I'd like you to keep your back nice and straight, so we're not having your belly coming down or your back rounding. I want you to kind of like keeping your back nice and straight, your neck nice and long. So you may want to rock your head and nod your head and then see how this is feel for you, keeping it nice and long, your back nice and straight. So the idea of tabletop is you're able to put a glass full of water on your back without spilling it. And this is why we call it tabletop. And then just stay here. Engaging your core muscle, tailbone still slightly tucked under. And then just stay here, have a nice inhale and an exhale. Another big inhale and an exhale. Bear in mind, shoulders still also need to be away from your ears, keeping everything nice and long. looking from the top, your head facing towards the side, towards the top of the mat, and then your neck nice and long, your back nice and straight, tailbone slightly tucked under, and everything's nice and straight. When you're ready, as you inhale, I'd like you to drop your belly down, tailbone tucked under, looking up to the sky. This is cow pose. Exhale, rounding your back, tailbone tucked under, chin on chest, cat pose. Inhale, dropping your belly down, tailbone tucked up, looking up to the sky. Exhale, rounding up your spine, tailbone tucked under, chin on chest. Have a nice deep inhale, dropping your belly down, and exhale, rounding up your spine. Let's do 2 more. Follow your own breath. As you inhale, dropping your belly down, looking up to the sky, tailbone tucked up. And then exhale, rounding up your spine, chin on chest, tailbone tucked under. Follow your own breath. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Take the moment to just enjoy the fluidity and the movement. Enjoy the flow of cat and cow pose. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop. Let's bear this in mind again. Head facing towards the top of the mat, neck nice and long, shoulder away from your ears, back nice and straight. Imagine holding a glass full of water and it just stays still here. A nice deep inhale and an exhale. On your next move, I'd like you to walk your right hands to the top of the mat. And then stretch your left leg back. And just stay here, engaging your core muscle. And just stay where you are here, keeping your back still nice and straight and balanced. Take a nice deep inhale. And an exhale. And when you're ready, lift your arms up and lift your legs up, keeping it nice and straight. Arms pointing up to the top of the mat, your legs pointing to the back of the room. Have a nice inhale and exhale here. Regulate your breath. Another big inhale. And an exhale. When you're ready, just slowly lower your hands and slowly lower your knees. Come back to tabletop. Again, bearing in mind, palm flat on the mat, knees under the hip and shoulder away, hands and wrist, your hands under your shoulder, neck nice and long. Keeping it in line again, and just take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, move your left hand towards the top of the mat and your right leg towards I can't speak. Sorry.
Just start that bit again. We'll cut it. Just that little bit.
And then when you're ready, let's move your right, left, oh God!
Don't worry, you're doing so well.
And when you're ready, let's move our left hands towards the top of the mat and your right legs towards the back of the mat. And then just stay here. Find your balance here, keeping everything nice and straight. Have a nice inhale and an exhale. And when you're ready, lifting up your left hand and your right leg, keeping your core muscle engaged. And then just have a nice slow inhale and a slow exhale. Keeping your breath regulate. Have a nice deep inhale and an exhale. And when you're ready, just slowly lower your hands and slowly lower your leg. Coming back to our tabletop, and this time bring your knees as wide as the mat and your toes touching together, and just dropping your bottom down into child pose. And just stretch your arms as far as possible, and then just have a nice deep inhale and exhale here. Fill your lung with air and then just enjoy being here for a few moments. You're welcome to come to child pose at any point of the yoga practice. It's a nice pose for recovering and just a nice pose to rest. So have a nice big inhale and an exhale. When you're ready, bring yourself back to tabletop. And then I'm going to show you how to get into downward facing dog. So shoulder away from the ears, palms underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips, shoulder width distance, hip width distance. Stay where you are here, keeping your back nice and straight. And this time, just tuck your toes under, dropping your bottom down to your ankle. And when you're ready, lifting up your hip to the sky. See how you feel here. Your ankle doesn't have to be on the floor. You may want to lift your ankle slightly, and then making sure your knees are nice and soft. Your palms still facing forward, your index finger facing the front of the mat. Your shoulder away from the ears, and you may want to just shake your head slightly and then bring yourself up, maybe pushing your hip up slightly a bit more, and then just stay here. You may want to pedal your feet nice and slowly, and then when you're ready, come to a stillness. Keeping your knees still nice and soft, and just stay here. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, look forward to the top of your hands and then just walk your feet towards your hand into forward fold. So your belly touching your thigh, knees nice and bent, and then you slowly rolling your body up to standing. So you may want to just roll your spine one by one into standing position. So we are coming to the next session of the yoga practice. So this time I'd like you to come into standing position. So you may come to the top of the mat and bring your feet hip width distance. The way to measure your hip width distance is 2 fists together between your feet, between your legs. And then slowly standing up, bring your toes up and then lower your toes one by one. The idea here to have 4 corners of your feet on the mat. Keeping your knees nice and soft, your tailbone tucked under, shoulder away from the ears and palm facing forward, head nice and tall. Imagine that you are being pulled by a string, and this is how you are mountain pose, Tadasana. And just stay here for a few moments. Have a nice deep inhale and an exhale. Engage your core muscle, engage your leg muscle, and just stay. Be a mountain and just have a nice deep inhale and an exhale. Inhale and an exhale. I'm going to do a practice of sun salutation. So it's going to be like a sun salutation flow. It's a flow of exercise that we do a few times in our yoga practice. So from here, when you're ready, inhale, lifting up your hands to prayer position, and then exhale, bring your hands down to the heart center. Inhale, lifting up your arms up to the sky. You may look up to the sky and maybe give yourself a slight back bend. Exhale, bending from the hip into forward fold. Your belly touching the thighs and then knees nice and bent. Inhale into half fold, keeping your back nice and straight. Exhale, forward fold, right leg back, left leg back into plank pose. Keeping your shoulder away from the ears, your back nice and straight, tailbone still slightly tucked under, and then just maybe you want to stay here, or maybe you want to lower your knees. Keeping nice, strong plank. Bend your elbow, keeping it close to your body. Lower your body down into cobra pose. Shoulders still away from the ears. Tuck your toes under into downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. You may want to pedal your feet and then come to stillness, downward facing dog, and then just have a nice inhale and exhale here. And when you're ready, look forward. Bring your right leg forward. You may use your other hands to help your leg forward, and then bring your left leg forward, keeping your knees nice and bent. Belly touching the thigh. Inhale, lifting up from the chest. And bring your hands back down again and release. Inhale, lifting up. Slight back bend, looking up to the sky. Exhale, bending from the hip. Swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, half fold, keeping back nice and straight, shoulder away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold, left leg back, right leg back, into plank pose. Keeping here, stay still here for a moment. And then if you're able to, keeping your legs nice and straight and strong, bend your elbow, lower your body down to the mat and into cobra pose. Tuck your toes under, into downward facing dog. Again, stay here for a few moments. Come to stand still. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Look forward to the top of the mat. Bring your left leg forward. Use your other hands to help. And your right leg, keeping your knees nice and bent, belly touching the thighs. Inhale, lifting up. Palm together, palm down to the heart center. And release. Inhale, looking up to the sky, maybe slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, left leg back into plank pose. Slowly lower your body down to cobra pose. Tuck your toes under into downward facing dog. Have a play here. Maybe rock your feet, paddle your feet, maybe nod or shake your head. Shoulders still away from the ears, and then come to stillness. Have a nice inhale and exhale. Look forward. Bring your right leg forward, left leg forward. Keeping your knees nice and soft, belly touching the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Release. Inhale, bring your hands up to the sky, chest up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, left leg back, right leg back into plank pose. Bend your elbow, lower your body down into cobra pose. Tuck your toes under into downward facing dog. Stay here for a few moments. Pedal your legs if you need to, shake your head if you need to, and then just come to stillness. Have a nice inhale and exhale here. When you're ready, look forward to the top of the mat. Bring your left leg forward, your right leg forward. Keeping your knees nice and bent, belly touching the thighs, and then bring your hands up to the sky. Bring your hands down to the heart center and release. You're welcome to continue to do this for one more time, or maybe if you want to do it for 108 times, because that's what the yoga tends to do, 108 times, but I suggest maybe 3 times. Okay, so this is the other next session of our yoga practice. So let's come to our mountain pose. Let's bring ourselves to remember what mountain pose is. So bring your fist in between your feet. So this is hip width distance, standing hip width distance. Bringing your toes up and dropping your toes one by one. Making sure 4 corners of your feet are on the mat. Knees nice and soft. Tailbone tuck under. Shoulder away from the ears, and then palm facing forward. And then just have a big smile. Maybe close your eyes. Just have a nice inhale. And exhale. Another big inhale. And an exhale. When you're ready, I want you to bring your hands up to the sky. If this is where you are, this is absolutely fine. If you're able to bring your hands higher, that is absolutely fine as well. The main important thing is putting your shoulder away from your ears. And then maybe you want to gaze up to the sky and just have a nice deep inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. I'd like you to imagine that you are going to sit down on a chair. There's an invisible chair behind you. So what I want you to do is just bring yourself slightly further back and then drop your bottom down. I'm going to show you from the side. Mountain pose, tailbone tuck under, knees nice and soft, shoulder away from the ears. So I just want you to kind of like pretend that you're going down to the chair, further back, and then just lower your bottom down. Keeping your tailbone still tucked under, and then just stay here. Have a nice inhale and exhale. If you want to practice it a bit more, maybe lifting up slightly, have a nice big inhale and exhale, lower your bottom down. Find your focus, find your balance. You may feel like you almost tilting back, so try with lifting up your toes. Feel like you are tilting back, and that is absolutely perfect. You're doing the right thing. And just bring your toes back down. Again, have a nice deep inhale, maybe it's lifting up slightly. And exhale, lower your bottom back down again. You're going to start feeling your arms hurting and your legs burning, and that's fine. Just keep smiling. Enjoy the pain, and then just stay here. Maybe just close your eyes and just have a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you want more challenge, just maybe lifting up your ankle from the mat. And then just stay on your tippy toes. And just stay here. Find your balance, find your focus. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Another big inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, bring your ankle back down, come back to your chair pose. Stay here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, slowly bringing yourself up to standing. Have a nice deep inhale. Bear in mind where you are. So feet flat on the mat, knees nice and soft, tailbone tuck under, shoulder away from the ears. Have a nice big inhale and exhale, release your hands. And then maybe you want to tap your legs slightly. Maybe shaking it up a bit, move your shoulders slightly, and then come back to mountain pose. And close your eyes, have a nice inhale, and exhale. That's it, well done.